All right, man, we back like we never left. It's your host with the most, your brother Dave. We back at it with a whole nother episode of the Words from the Dopest podcast. You feel me? This is what episode 6, I believe, 6 or 7. I think 6. But yeah, man. So today's topic is gonna be on the pursuit of happiness and talking about understanding manifestation. You feel me? And I want to start talking about this as we get closer to approaching this month's book club and our book, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. You feel me? Because it's a book that's heavily on pursuing, your treasure, and each of us has a treasure that we are pursuing in our lifetime. You feel me? That thing that's just driving us, like our purpose, what we feel we're meant to do, what we feel we want to do. Um, yeah, man, and you know, it's something that a lot of us are aware of, and a lot of us are afraid of doing because we're afraid of failing. And it kind of goes into last week's episode where like the mental health of people and the people that just kind of gave up in their life, you know. So what is the treasure, man? Is the first question. And for each of us it differs, you feel me? Like I know for myself what I'm trying to pursue is just like a life of creative freedom where I can literally just wake up and do shit like this. I always knew my whole life that a 9 to 5 type grind just wasn't meant for me, bro. Like literally it's just not meant for me. And some of us have like super big dreams that we're pursuing. Some of us have more, you know, family oriented. Some of us, like, we all have different things that we're looking for. Some people just want to work a nice job, be financially stable, start a family. You know, some people want to make it huge in Hollywood. They want to be a huge celebrity, all types of shit. Some people just, don't really want to do shit, but we all are pursuing something, man. And I know for myself, it's just the comfortability of knowing that I can kind of wake up and just do whatever makes me feel happy. Like, as far as the music and everything, I don't need Drake level fame, Kanye level fame, Jay-Z level fame, Wayne level fame. The end goal for me is to honestly just be able to, like, not have to clock in. I always tell people, man, like, it doesn't matter what, like, I don't like huge mansions. I don't like fucking cars like that, bro. I just want to be able to wake up, not have to clock in, and just literally do some dope shit. You feel me? Record a podcast. I literally just woke up like an hour ago, and here I am podcasting. You feel me? And it's that pursuit, bro. Like, these days I really be understanding what it means to be a starving artist. And yeah, I understand artists don't have to starve, but for a lot of us we do, bro. Like, a lot of my time and money and effort and everything goes into stuff like this. You feel me? And it's all part of the pursuit, bro. Like, moving out here to Cocoa, even when I moved to West Palm, it was like chasing after music, chasing after trying to figure out myself, having to leave home, and just searching for myself and searching for what it is that, will make me happy and that can, help me manifest my dreams to come true, man. And a lot of the times it's tough, man, because like we have so many obstacles in our way on a daily basis of like sometimes when you're chasing after your dreams, you hit like a lot of forks in the road and a lot of like walls and barricades because nothing worth having is easy. You feel me? And that's something we learn early on in our lives. But that adversity is what makes the dream and makes the pursuit that much more worth it when you get it. That's why you see a lot of famous celebrities, a lot of artists, a lot of people that made it where they wanted to be, and they say, reflecting on the journey, like, the journey was the best part, man. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey, man. And that's what I'm realizing is like, you get so caught up in the fact that you're struggling and you're doing this and that on a daily basis, just trying to get to where you're going, that by the time you get there, you look back like, dang, bro, some people missed out on a lot of like what was going on in their lives, a lot of time with family and friends and all that, just too busy in their pursuit, not paying attention to what's going on around them, trying to get to where they're trying to go. But I feel like, in my opinion, it's about the balance. You feel me? Like, how do you chase after your dreams, but at the same time live in the now? Because it's very difficult, man. Because like when you're struggling in the now, dude, all you can do is just picture the future, picture a more successful version of yourself, but at the same time appreciate where you're at now. Because if you know that you're going to be successful and that you're gonna, obtain everything that you dreamt of, and you know it's gonna happen, then appreciate the journey while it's happening, you know. And shouts out my boy Knack, bro, because his song "The Journey" and "Purpose" are like really heavy hitting songs, man. Every time I hear him, I'm just like, yeah, bro. He somehow perfectly encapsulated just that feeling. You feel me, of like looking for your purpose and trying to get on the journey of figuring it out. And it's tough, man. It really is tough. Like, there's plenty of times where I be feeling like I'm getting closer to it, and then bam, bro, the universe gut checks me. And I know I mentioned that before, but like it's a real deal shit, bro. And times are different. You feel me? Like, we're living in the era where you can upload a video on TikTok and blow up, bro. Like, we're living in the era where people are making millions off of YouTube. You know, podcasting is huge right now. There's so many different avenues that are there for children, excuse me, and even for us to like really pursue our dreams in a way that our parents couldn't, in a way that our grandparents couldn't, and their parents, you feel me? And like, gone are the days of feeling like you have to work in a cubicle, you have to get a desk job under these fluorescent lights. And it's like, nah, bro, we really can like sit at our computer and make millions from home, you feel me? But it's all about what you're trying to do and finding that balance and your work ethic, dude. Like I said in my welcome back episode, it's all about consistency, man. Because a lot of us have the talent, we have the potential, and we have the dreams, but it's like, what are you truly doing to get there? You feel me? Like, a lot of the time we're lazy. A lot of the time we're not doing everything that we know we could do to reach those goals. And I'm guilty of it a lot of the time too, man. That's why I'm trying to stay consistent with it, bro. But like, I feel like the most difficult part is reading the signs from the universe, man, because the universe will tell you when you're on track. You feel me? And that's why I can't wait for book club, because I really want to talk about The Alchemist. I'm not going to spoil nothing or talk about it too much right now, but understand that the universe keeps you on track. The universe gives you signs that like you are where you need to be, even when you're struggling, that this is what's going to build character. You feel me? Because adversity builds character. If you never had a struggle in your life and you never had to go through anything difficult, you wouldn't appreciate what you do get when you do get it, you know? So like anybody that moves from a different country and then comes here, you hear that story, they barely spoke English, they barely speak whatever language from in the country that they moved to. They start a small business, and all of a sudden, you know, they start making it, man. They knew they had to leave their country because it just wasn't what was best for them. It wasn't what was best for their family. And through the adversity and everything, and through their pursuit of happiness and their dream, they come to America, they come to a different country, and they start to build something. And It's like those type of stories that you hear 1,000 times, but it's like, yo, really think about that, dude. Because that's inspiring. Because a lot of us, we're born here, first world country. Even though we have it bad, we don't have it nearly as bad as a lot of people in the world. But yet we're just lazy, and we're like, we don't have to move to another country and learn another language and then get off our, start from ground zero and build ourselves up. Like, no, bro, we have a lot of tools and resources around us. And a lot of the times we're just lazy, man. And like, I don't want to be one of those adults that gave up on their pursuit and just like becomes bitter. I was talking to the homie Bedfit about that, man. I was texting him, bro. I'm like, yo, like the adults that when you tell them you want to do something are so quick to shoot you down and are so quick to tell you like that's unrealistic, or like that's a 1 in a million chance and blah blah blah, this that, but they're working jobs that they don't care about. The reason they are that way is because they were somebody that everybody everybody that's when they're a child, when they're a young adult, you have dreams, you have things you want to do. But those are the people that gave up on it. They probably faced adversity. They probably had people like themselves back then that would tell them that it's not probable, it's not possible, the chances are too slim, and got that voice in their head, mix it with their own ego and their own personal problems. And at a point, they just gave up on the pursuit, man, and like they stopped chasing their dreams. They stopped chasing their treasure, bro, and they gave up. And now all of a sudden, they're working a dead end job, and they have nothing going on. So because that happened to them, they project that onto others, and it's like, no, bro. Like, the first universal law is that the universe is mental, right? Meaning you create the universe you live, right? You can speak it into existence, you can manifest it, right? So now we're getting into manifestation, bro. You have to really believe it. And I feel like the universe responds to pure intent, right? Because a lot of the times we try to trick ourselves into thinking we believe it, but we don't really believe it. We're like, oh, I want this, I deserve that, but you still have that sense of self-doubt and disbelief in yourself, and the universe won't reward you for that. Like, the universe doesn't work on pity. You feel me? It's not gonna throw you a fucking pity party and be like, oh, well, they're sad, so I'm gonna give it to them this time. It's like, no, bro, you have to show the universe, like, yo, you're working for it, you're doing your due diligence, you're doing this, you're doing what you got to do. And when it sees that, it'll show you the signs. You feel me? I've been seeing more and more angel numbers by the day. Like, I swear, every time I look at the clock, it's an angel number. It's 11:11, it's 10:10, it's 2:22. Like, literally, I'm at the gym, I'm on the treadmill, I'm listening to something, or I'm watching something on TV. I look at the clock, I look at the clock on the treadmill, and literally it'll be 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Like, I just happened to look at it right at that moment. And then a minute later, I look back at the treadmill, and it's 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Then a minute after that, it's 5 minutes, 55 seconds. And it's like, yo, I'm catching a lot of angel numbers and a lot of signs. And even more so after I started doing the podcast again, which I take it as a sign the universe is like, yo, welcome back. You're back at it. You feel me? You're where you need to be. Like, the views aren't huge. None of that's huge, but I'm proving to myself in the universe that I can be consistent, that like I actually can work towards it. I can strive for it, and it will reward me in the end, waking up, and getting straight to the podcast. Like I said, I've been up for like an hour, dude. I woke up, turned my computer on, cleaned it a bit, deleted files and cleaned the cache and the recycling bin, because last time the vocals were clipping. So I'm really hoping not to have to deal with that shit today, man. You feel me? But yeah, bro, like, you really have to stay focused. There's going to be the times where you doubt yourself. There's going to be the times where you kind of lose track of the pursuit. and you get sidetracked. You feel me? In lots of ways. Like for me, I know the biggest sidetrack for me is financials, bro. Like the biggest thing that halts me from pursuing my dreams and from doing what I know I'm capable of doing is financials. And I feel like that's the biggest hurdle in my lifetime that the universe throws at me. It's like every time I get my money up and I'm ready to make the moves I want to make, something always happens, bro. Like my car, like having to move something big that literally takes all my savings right when I'm getting ready. Like I'm supposed to shoot videos with Bedfit. I get my money up. I want to get some studio time. I get my money up. And right when I'm about to try to lock in studio time, lock in video shoots and everything, bam, I got to spend fucking 2 bands on something. And it's like all that money saved, gone. And a lot of the time that dissuades me and that stops me. And I'm just like, dang, bro, like, I guess this ain't it, man. But one thing I am proud of myself about is that like it never actually stops me. Like, how many times I said I want to quit doing music and I want to like just be like, bro, I guess I'm just a normal dude. Guess I'm just gonna be working a job, bro. You feel me? But then I watch TV or I watch a movie and I hear a song playing in the background and I'm like, yo, I like that. And then all of a sudden I'm on my computer and I'm working on beats because I'm like, yo, whatever song that was playing in the background inspired me. You feel me? And it's just like, dang, it's such a natural instinct at this point that I'm like, okay, I have no choice but to pursue it because like, what else am I gonna do, bro? Like, I'm really not trying to work a 9 to 5. I'm not trying to work for other people. You feel me? I want to employ people. I want to work as business partners, but I don't want to be the lowest tier of the CEOs are making hundreds of thousands a year and I'm making fucking 40,000 or less. Like that ain't for me, bro. And like I said, the days of our parents, like and their parents, it ain't the same. I remember when I was first getting my tattoos, and if you notice, like I got all my tattoos in the most noticeable spots first, right? Started with my hands and lower arms, did my neck. I don't even have any up here yet. I'm trying to build it up. But I remember when I was getting my tattoos, my dad was like, yo, start with the upper arms because when you apply for jobs and all that, you know, you want to have your tattoos covered. And I was like, nah, man. Matter of fact, to show you, because we got into like a little argument about it. I'm like, dude, this ain't you were born in the 70s. This ain't back then, bro. Like, managers and the people interviewing you have more tattoos. You feel me? So I literally started with the most noticeable spots. And I can honestly tell you that it never stopped me from getting a job, bro. Like, even when I was like working at the library as like a librarian, basically, that's a government job. I had to go through multiple interviews and screenings and fucking take a test. It's ridiculous to get a job at the library, bro. But, you know, tattoos did not stop me. Neck tattoo did not stop me, bro, because my personality and the quality of how I carry myself and just my knowledge is enough that I'm like, bro, in today's day and age, tattoos ain't a taboo like that. You feel me? It's even finally getting to the point where, like, as black people, bro, our hair isn't a deal breaker, which is fucking dope because I couldn't stand the fact that, like, back when I had dreads, I'd be afraid to go to an interview because I'm just like, I probably won't get the job just based on my hair, bro. Even though I just had it retwisted, it looks nice. You feel me? And I carry myself well just off of your hair alone. Like, it's stuff like that. And a lot of the time, that can dissuade us and, like, throw us off of following our purpose because it knocks us down. And there's only so many times you can get knocked down before people start to be like, all right, man, I've had enough, bro. Like, it ain't worth it. And all of a sudden, they just start to settle. And, like, I'm not trying to be a settler, man. That ain't it, bro. And I feel like you gotta realize when the universe is showing you signs. Like, I like to watch a lot of interviews, and you'll see people that made it successful in one field, and that wasn't even the original field of what they were trying to do. but from getting knocked down so many times, they pivot. You got to learn to, you know, pivot, bro, and like maybe the exact field that you wanted to pursue and the exact thing you wanted to pursue isn't it, but there's something adjacent that's very similar. You feel me? Like, I doubt when Joe Rogan was coming up in the comedy scene and shooting film, Fear Factor, and doing all that, he thought, yo, one day I'm gonna be the most successful podcaster. Nah, bro. He probably took some L's and doing this and that. He was and he pivoted. You feel me? Like, I don't think Joe Rogan's comedy career was that popping, bro. I couldn't tell you a Joe Rogan stand-up special, but I could tell you some of my favorite episodes of his podcast. And it's still a platform where his voice is out there. He gets to interview comedians. He gets to interview thinkers. He gets to interview, um, athletes and scientists and all types of stuff. And he sprinkles the comedy in there. They're laughing. They're having a good time. And he still gets to do comedy. He still gets to talk about, UFC and all types of shit. But it's in a different avenue and platform than I bet he originally was pursuing. You feel me? You know, and it's like sometimes you gotta understand that what you're exactly trying to do might not be it, bro. You know, like, there could be a chance that my music career doesn't take off the way that I see it, but I might still be in the music field. You feel me? I could be somebody that does soundtracks for movies and television shows. You know, there's like, but I'm still in the music field, but it might not be the exact pursuit of what I originally intended, right? And I relate that to like ghostwriters. A lot of famous ghostwriters and people that make some of your, like, write some of your favorite songs that you hear, but it's not them singing it. You feel me? It's, Rihanna or somebody singing the song. They might have incredible penmanship. They might have an incredible talent for, songwriting and for beat selecting and for just creating an ambiance and an atmosphere. But their voice might not be correct. You feel me? Like, they just might not have the most appealing voice to people that captures their attention, but their words alone are immaculate. You feel me? So they might have entered the music industry thinking, yo, I'm going to be the biggest artist. I write my songs. I know great beats. I know how to create, an album. I know how to put together bodies of work, and I know how to do this and that. But when they release their album, it's like, yo, these songs are written beautifully, but like, something about your voice just ain't it for me. Like, I'm not really trying to listen to you. But so what do? They pivot. They say, okay, people aren't really, you know, attracted to my voice. You might not be the prettiest. You might not look the best. You feel me? And in this industry, sex appeal matters. You feel me? Like, sex appeal matters, bro. But so they pivot. You feel me? You start to think, okay, all right, maybe let me try giving somebody this song that I wrote, you know, and then bam, all of a sudden somebody sings your song and it starts to blow up, and now your foot is in the door. You're in the industry, you know. And was it originally what you intended for yourself in your career? No. But does it end up working for you? Yeah, man. But before people can even get to that point of pivoting, I feel like they already gave up. You feel me? And it's sad, bro, because like, the universe, I feel like, wants us to win. It wants us to make it to where we want to be. It works in our favor, but it's not gonna make it easy. You feel me? Like I said, you got to go through that adversity, and because it wants to toughen you up. It wants you to be appreciative of everything you have when you finally get there. And it's sad when, like, you see people that had potential, Like I always think that line, damn homie, in high school you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you? Like, bro, really, for real, dude. Like, you were cool in high school. You had dreams, you had ambitions, you had friends, you had this, you had that. And then after, it's like, bro, what happened, dog? Like, where's that person, bro? And it's crazy, man, because it's like it's hard to explain to people because when they're living it, when you're living the struggle, you have a certain lens on that doesn't allow you to really see what's going on and realize like the 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 challenge that you're facing and why you're facing that specific challenge. You feel me? And it's like a lot of the times I feel like when we get through those challenges, like years later, a year later, months later, whatever, and we're able to reflect on it, is when we see like, oh, I know exactly why I was going through that at that time, bro, because I needed to learn this lesson. And because I learned this specific lesson, I was able to do this, which now got me to where I am currently. And it's like, yeah, bro. But when you're living it, it's just like the damn, bro, what was me? Like, why is this happening? And as I'm getting older, I try to like, when I'm going through something, keep a level head and kind of look back, like sit back and like analyze and be like, okay, what is the universe trying to tell me? Like, what's going on here? What is the lesson that I need to learn to get back on my feet? You feel me? And that's why I'm like, bro, low key, I have to say, man, as the days go by, shouts out buddy that stole my bike, bro. Because literally I'm 3 new episodes into the podcast because of that one specific day. Like that one day literally fueled me to start podcasting again because I was already dancing around it thinking, man, maybe I should podcast, but I don't really know what I want to talk about. How do I come back and get people interested, blah blah blah. And that shit happened and I'm like, all right, I can't let this stop the pursuit of what I'm trying to do, man. I had to use this as fuel to really pursue my dreams so that I'm not living this life where 2 years from now I'm still worried about people stealing my shit. Like that ain't it, bro. So I had to start podcasting. You feel me? I had to get off my ass, bro. And so shouts out him, man, because like it's stuff like that. I easily could have took it as like a L and just sat in my room and did nothing. But I chose to like continue heavy on the pursuit and learn that lesson from the universe. The universe was telling me like, yo, bro, look at where you're at. Look at how your life is right now. Look at how you're living. Look at what can happen to you. You know how to get out of it. You know you have potential. You know you're artistic. You know you can do things that can earn you money, that can get you out of these type of situations, but you're not doing shit. You feel me? Like literally you have all the podcasting equipment. You know how to audio engineer. You know how to video edit. You know how to do all this stuff. It's in your bedroom. Why the fuck are you not doing it? You feel me? Like you have all the tools you need. Is it going to be the greatest quality? No. But is it a stepping stone? Yeah. Once people start liking it and everything, you can always upgrade. My music equipment wasn't always what it is now. I had to upgrade. You feel me? There's a point before where I didn't even have a keyboard. I was literally making beats on fucking just like the actual like keyboard from the computer, like pressing the F key and shit for sounds, like way back in the day. And then I had to buy a fucking keyboard, like a key lab, my key lab. Right, there was a point where I was using free beat making software on like my Xbox, bro. Like when I first started making beats, it was literally on my Xbox 360. I had like a little like $2 indie game I downloaded where you can make beats, and I was just messing around with that, and that's what piqued my interest. And I was like, all right, let me get a software. You feel me? Like I used to record on USB microphones. The first music like I ever recorded myself, I used the microphone from the game Rock Band, that little plastic USB mic, and I literally would record songs on that, bro. Like freshman year of high school, and then from there, I upgraded to a better USB mic, and then I started learning about interfaces, and then condenser mics, and then I got one of those, and it was just like a constant having to upgrade. You feel me? And you just gotta realize, like, bro, you can't let anything stop you, man. Literally, for Christmas, I would ask for money so that I could go to Best Buy and get new equipment. You feel me? Because it was the pursuit of the music that would always drive me. At the end of the day, I always am thinking about music. I'm always thinking about something creative. You feel me? The reason all my friends are still all my friends, because a lot of the time people lose touch with their high school friends, middle school friends, college friends, and like the reason me and all my friends are still so close is, yeah, because we spend a lot of time together, and like, yeah, like we've known each other for years and we all have like the same sense of humor and all that, yeah. But beyond that, bro, to be honest with you, the reason all my friends are still my friends are because they have ambition, they have dreams, they have something they're pursuing, they have their own treasure they're looking for, you feel me? And they're constantly striding towards it and upgrading themselves and working hard to get there at a similar pace as myself, so that we're always on the same wavelength. Like, you have people in your life and friends where it's like, at a point you guys all had big dreams, you guys were talking to each other about your dreams and this and that, and then you started pursuing it and taking the steps to get there, and you realized that some of your friends weren't doing that. They were becoming lazy, they were becoming stagnant, and then you realize, like, oh, I've outgrown them, bro. Like, I can't have the same conversations because I'm talking about how I'm trying to do this and do that, and they're just talking about how they're just like not doing shit, just partying, and they don't got nothing going on. And you're just like, bro, like, you need people in your corner, people in your life that motivate you and that keep you going and that aren't envious and jealous. So like when you have a friend that used to have big dreams, but now every time you see them, you're talking about all the moves you made and this and that, and they don't have anything else to talk about because they don't have nothing that they've done. So then they try to belittle what you're trying to do and be like, yeah, man, I mean, realistically, blah, 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 that might not work out. And you're just like, bro, what happened, dog? Like, just because shit ain't working out for you, don't come at me and act like it can't work out for me. And it's stuff like that, bro. Like, the reason I'm still friends with my friends is because literally I've never come to them and said, yo, I'm trying to do this with the music, and they're like, nah, bro, like, I think you should give it up. You feel me? I tell them what I'm trying to do, and then they hit me back with what they're trying to do and how we can work together and do stuff together. You feel me? If you listen to any of the homie Scar's podcast and everything for Vinsky, my music's in the background. You feel me? Like, me and Scar have had two podcasts together now. The Dysfunctional Friends, and then Misguided to Maturity before that. You feel me? Like, I remember telling Scar that he needs to get into comedy, bro. Since high school, been like, dude, you're hilarious, bro. Like, you need to be doing skits and comedy and all types of shit. And like, seeing him doing it now and doing skits and using his voice, I'm like, it's about fucking time, dude. Cause this is my guy, and I've been telling him that for years, that he's fucking hilarious and needs to do it. And it's like, that's why we're still friends, because every time I literally go on Instagram, I see he posted something. You feel me? And that motivates me to be like, I need to post some shit, because Scar was never on social media back in the day, bro. My dude had a Facebook and did like one post for like 5 years. It's just like one post, bro. My dude didn't have an Instagram for the longest. So to see him more active on Instagram and getting more like YouTube subscribers and everything than me, and I've been doing this for way longer, trying to do this shit, bro. It's like, dude, it's humbling. It's like, this is why this is my homie, bro, because he's literally really pushing, bro. He's on a similar wavelength. He knows what he wants to do, and he's making it happen. Same with all my friends. Tamel in One Note Studios. He literally had a dream, and he's making it happen. I've known him since I was like 14, bro. So to see us at like 26 now, and my dude opened up his own studio, and he's having events every month and all that. It's like, bro, my dog is really doing it. This is why he's my homie, bro, because he's not stagnant. And from seeing him making moves, it stops me from being stagnant, because I don't want to be that friend that they look back on like, yo, I've outgrown Aaron, bro, because he ain't doing enough. Like, he's not trying to get anywhere in life. And You need people that are trying to get somewhere, because that's how you get the friends that feel like you owe them something when you get on, because they don't have nothing going on. They know if you get on and you decide you've outgrown them, then what, bro? They don't have their celebrity friend that has money that can bankroll shit for them. You feel me? And that's breeds envy and hate. And it's like, bro, when you're on your pursuit, you gotta realize, like, you gotta drop the dead weight sometimes. You gotta do what's best for you. You're following your dreams, bro. And the easiest way, in my opinion, to follow your dreams is to have people close by with similar ambitions, because then they're there to lift you up in the hard times when you're facing that adversity. All my friends lift me up, bro. You feel me? I'll be sad at the crib, like, damn, and then I'll get hit up, and they'll be like, "Yo, man, we sliding to the studio, bro. You need a ride?" And I'm like, "Shit, man." They're literally willing to come and get me to bring me to the studio because they believe in me enough, and they want me there. You feel me? And they're doing the same thing, so it's like, why not try to get Aaron there, bro? If they can get me, cool. If not, I appreciate the invitation, bro. You feel me? And it's like, in those tough times, man, you really do need people that understand that and that are trying to do the same thing, because it's hard a lot of the times, bro. And it's like the movie The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, man. Like, my dude was going through the most. Like, I cannot watch that movie, bro. That is like a movie you watch one time a decade, every decade. You feel me? I got about like 5 more years before I need to rewatch that movie, because it's just too much, dog. Just watching everything he's going through in life. That's why it's called The Pursuit of Happiness, man. Like, you have to go through these adversities to get to where you need to be, man. And for a lot of us, it's rougher than a lot of other people, but you never give up, man. You put on your best suit, you put on your smile, and you get back to it, man. And like, that's what it's about, bro. Because we don't want to be those bitter adults that gave up on their dreams and just look at the youth and be like, no, bro. Like, imagine 5 years ago telling your parents or somebody that you wanted to be a live streamer on YouTube and play video games for a living. And they're just like, what, bro? If you don't take your little dumbass to college and get a degree. And it's like, nah, man, that degree ain't for me, bro. Like, I'm really good at gaming, and I'm really good at just having a conversation in a room by myself and like keeping people engaged. And then some people follow through with it. You feel me? And all of a sudden they got 5 million subscribers on YouTube, and they're literally getting paid to play video games and just talk on camera. And then they're the ones that had that potential, but the voices in their ear and just life beating them up, they stopped. And it's like, bro, right now you could be having millions of subscribers, bro, but you decide to stop. You feel me? You had something to pursue. The universe was showing you signs. The universe was throwing challenges at you, throwing people at you that didn't believe in what you got going on. And then you gave in, man. And now you're working a desk job, and one of the YouTubers that was coming up the same time as you, back when you only had 12 subscribers and they only had 13 subscribers, but you said fuck it, and they kept going. You know, they did what they had to do. If they needed to move, they moved. If they needed to work 3 jobs, they worked 3 jobs, but they did what they had to do. And all of a sudden they got that, you know, diamond play button, and you over here with fake diamond earrings from Walmart. You feel me? Like, bro. And like, the moral of the story is, no matter what adversity, no matter what the universe throws at you, no matter what's going on in life, you never give up on your pursuit, bro. If it has to change and you need to alter it a little bit, alter it. You feel me? Nothing will ever be 100% what we envision it to be. If you need to pivot, pivot, but don't quit. You feel me? That's what it's about at the end of the day. Too many of us quit. Too many of us give up way too early, bro. Like, literally tomorrow could be the day that somebody that's in the field that you're trying to get into approaches you, right? Like, you never know. If you don't upload that new video that you have just sitting on your computer, that video could change your life. You feel me? If I don't do this podcast today, who knows? Like, I could upload this podcast, right? And somebody in the podcast game happens to see it, And then they reach out to me and are like, hey man, I'm starting a new podcast network, blah blah blah. I would love to put your podcast on it. And all of a sudden, bam, now I'm getting a little bit more, views and listens because I'm on a podcast network, right? But that would never happen if I didn't have uploaded this newest episode. You feel me? So it's like, you never know. The day you decide to quit could also be the day that your life changes, either for the better or for the worse. Because you decide to quit today, that person won't hit you up tomorrow because you didn't upload. You feel me? Or because you decided not to quit today and you decided to upload, bam, now all of a sudden somebody hits you up and now your life is changing. You feel me? You're still gonna face some type of adversity later on. You feel me? It's like artists that they put out a certain song and all of a sudden labels are reaching out. Then, they're like, oh man, the pursuit is working. You feel me? I'm getting closer. Then they sign with the label and now, bam, now they're having label troubles. And now they're like, fuck, I low-key want to quit because this isn't what I wanted or thought it would be. Some people give up, they go crazy, they do whatever's going on with them, and they start to hate music, they start to hate whatever field they're in, right? And they grow bitter, and then they're just like, yo, I'm done, I'm over it, fuck it. And some people push through it and they get out of that deal, and then they move on to better things, man. I always use Currency as one of the people that really inspired me, because people don't understand that he was like the first person that Wayne signed to like Young Money before Nicki, Drake, Tyga, all of them, bro. Currency was on there. You feel me? Because he grew up with Wayne. He was cool. Like he was on like 504 Boys, whatever, with Master P and all that, and um, he was working with Birdman, all that shit, bro. And he signed to Young Money, but he realized like, yo, although Wayne is my dude, this ain't it for me, bro. So he said he'd rather get out of that situation and start again on his own and pursue it his own way. You feel me? He didn't just settle to be in a deal with Young Money and just be there. You feel me? And he didn't decide to quit. He knew like, yo, I gotta pursue this my own way, bro. He pivoted. You feel me? It took his career a little bit longer to take off, but look at where he's at now, and look at his fan base and like how solid and core his fan base are and how much they ride for him, bro. But that's because he learned to pivot. You feel me? He worked with like Dame Dash. Currency's had a bunch of different deals and shit, and they weren't working out. But look at him now, bro, because he pivoted and took those L's and learned how to take those and read the signs from the universe that were telling him, yo, you got to do it your own way. And I'm like, bro, that's what it comes down to all the time, dude. Like, you gotta learn when the universe is telling you this isn't where you need to be right now, or this is where you need to be right now. You feel me? You might have one job that is in a career field that you're trying to get into, but it just ain't the right fit. And then from there you realize, okay, this is the field I want to be in, but maybe this specific part of this field, this career, ain't it for me, bro. And I need to move to this side of the same field, but just a different avenue. You feel me? And yeah, you never know, man. Music might not work for me, but podcasting might be what was meant for me, bro. You feel me? And through my audio engineering skills and all that, and through my video editing skills, I could start pursuing this more. We will see, bro. Like, you never know, man. Maybe podcasting ain't it for me, and I do 10 more episodes, and I realize, all right, I need to just buckle down with the music and this and that, and I gotta pivot. But the key is not to give up. Stay consistent. You feel me? Follow your dreams, bro. Don't let other people's opinions and their voices get into your head. Don't let your own ego, like last week, get into your head and stop you. You feel me? Because the only thing that can really stop you from chasing your dreams in that pursuit is yourself, bro. And it's just up to you, man. Do you want to be one of those bitter people, that tell that 20 years from now, when your nephew and niece, or your son, daughter, whoever, or just any child tells you that they want to do this, and you're the one that's like, oh, that's unrealistic. You want to be that person. You want to be that person that's like, yo, I was literally where you were. People told me I couldn't do it, and look at me now. I did it. You know how I did it? By facing adversity like a G, going through it and learning to read the signs from the universe that were telling me that I was doing what I was meant to do. You feel me? I still made it where I wanted to be in life. You feel me? And like I said, the key word is to pivot, bro. You gotta learn to pivot, bro. Because pivoting is not giving up. Pivoting, it means analyzing the situation and realizing this might not be exactly what's best. Let me try it from this angle. You feel me? And yeah, bro, like I just want to be that person that's like can tell people like, yo, I've been through it, bro. Like I know what it's like to be at the bottom and feel like, dang, bro, maybe I should give up. But it's that feeling that makes or breaks you. You either sink or swim, and I'm a swimmer, bro. I've never sunk and I never will sink. I will always swim, bro. I might feel like I'm about to drown, but best believe that adrenaline gonna kick in and I'm gonna start swimming, bro. You feel me? And that's what it's about, man. It's just standing your ground and not giving up on that pursuit, bro. And just realizing that you can really do it. You just gotta keep your mind to it and understand that you're gonna have challenges, but you can't let those challenges break you, man. You know, and that's about it, man. That's kind of all I wanted to talk about. Just touch on that and introduce manifestation. I want to get into more about manifestation, but I think I'm gonna do that as its own episode. But like I said, the first universal law and principle that the universe is mental, bro. And if you believe it and you think it hard enough and you speak it into existence, you will manifest it. You feel me? And that's what I'm trying to do on a daily basis, because there's gonna be no cooler feeling than when I get on one day and people are like, yo, who is your brother Dave? Where did he start from? Blah blah blah, this, that. And then literally they can go back and listen to these podcasts and watch them and see my little rinky dink apartment and just hear where I was at and hear me trying to speak the life that I'm living currently in the future, because time isn't linear. Right now I am successful and I'm on right now. Right now you are successful and you're on right now, right? And future me, future you are looking back at shit like this. Future me is literally watching this video with a tear in his eye like, dang, bro, I remember that apartment. I remember feeling like, damn, bro, I'm going through it. But I did it. I remember having to force myself to get up at 8 a.m. and record a podcast so I could upload it on Wednesday. But I did it. And now I'm here because of that. You feel me? And I never gave up on that pursuit. So that's it, man. Just never give up on your pursuit. Never give up on finding that treasure, man. And, we'll be all right at the end of the day, man. So love you guys. I hope you pray for me the way I pray for y'all, man. And it's been another episode of the Words from the Dopest podcast with your boy, your host with the most, your brother Dave, man. And that's it for episode 6, Pursuit of Happiness, man. And I'm gonna see y'all next week, 8 a.m. Wednesday. You feel me? Remember, book club the end of the month, The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho, bro. And we out, bro. Love y'all. Peace.